Okay. Well, I didn't expect anyone to be on right at the start, so. I don't know, just gonna talk to myself, I guess. Maybe someone sees this later. If anyone does get on, please tell me if you can or can't hear me. So the first thing I'm going to... Yeah, I don't think that's loud. So the first thing I'm going to do is work on my hair. And what I'm going to do is not what I just had it in, but rather in a style inspired by Angela Martin's hair from The Office. Early seasons of The Office. I don't think it ever came back in later seasons. I don't know. Been a minute. But yeah, I decided to do this because I enjoy talking and just being random. I find myself talking to nobody all the time. For anyone who wants to know where I got my brushes from, they are from the Dollar Tree. Seriously, like, I only ever shop at the Dollar Tree anymore. And Smith's, only because I used to work there, so I get an employee discount on Kroger brand products. Okay. This style is a little complex and is not very fun to do by yourself, but I'm going to do it by myself anyways because, well, I don't have anyone to do it for me. So, I'm sorry I'm being quiet right now. I know I said that I would be talking in this. It's just this part of the hair requires a little more focus. Okay. Slightly uneven where my hair tends to part, but oh well. And didn't get enough on the backside. Whoops. Alright. Now we can start working on the crown braid. As I make myself look like Cousin It from the Addams Family, because I have enough hair to do that. Or, maybe some people would rather compare it to the dead lady from The Grudge. Swear to God, now I'm going to get paranoid that I'm going to start feeling fingers in the back of my hair now. And I'll probably find out that they were my fingers the whole time. Sorry for the clatter. I literally live in my parents' basement and my stepdad is cooking. No offense to my stepdad because he does cook really good. No, I was forgetting something. I need to take off this bracelet. Helps if I have nothing that catches on my hair, right? So I don't know why this came to mind just now, but I'm going to talk about it anyways. Once upon a time, while I was working at Kroger, back when I lived in Texas, because I now live in Wyoming, uh, I got into the payroll position. In the store where I did payroll at, we had a young girl for a bagger. We're talking like 15 years old. And we also had a relatively young night manager. Now, because she was 15 years old, this meant that she had school during the daytime, which also meant that her shifts were later on in the day, and would usually end shortly after the night manager would arrive for his shift. Well, let's just put it this way. Long story short, one day I got a call from her mother, and she was like, she asks me, so why the fuck is my daughter working almost 40 hours a week, but only getting paid for half of that? I kind of stood there because to everyone else that worked in that store, it was no secret what was going on between her and this manager. But apparently to the mom it was, and she was telling the mom that she was staying to work late, getting paid for it, no less. I was like, I'm sorry, but she hasn't been working almost 40 hours. She's only worked at most 20. I was like, well, that can't be right because she's always told me that she can't tell me to not pick her up right away because she's staying late. And when I asked her why her paychecks have been so small lately, she told me that I needed to call you about it. I was shocked. This girl did not tell me to expect her mom to call me at all. Okay? She did not tell me what was going on or that she was trying to blame me for her smaller than for her paychecks being smaller than they should have been. So of course I told the mom, well, I'm sorry to be the one that has to tell you this, but the rumor around the store and based on how your daughter always follows him when she's off her shift and even sometimes when she is on her shift, she is dating the nighttime manager who is like 25 years old, 10 years older than her, almost twice her age. Yeah. After that, I'm sorry, that would be my cat playing with the clothesline that's next to the stairs because she's a little spaz tonight. Anyways, back to the story. Mom was not happy about that. I'm guessing she finally got her daughter to tell her the truth after that conversation that we had together. Because daughter got grounded, mom would always arrive half an hour early before her shifts were supposed to end to pick her up. And shortly after this, this little escapade of hers, after I told the mom what the rumor was in the store, yeah, that the night manager got transferred to another store. Oh yeah, I did forget something. Oops. Oh well. I can start again. But yeah, that girl pretty much hated my guts after that. I think she felt like he was her one, so I had just ruined her happily ever after. I don't fucking know. I don't know. All I know is that girl hated me afterwards. Every time I needed a bagger and she was the only one available, she would be like, oh no, I need to go get carts. Which, I mean, do not get me wrong, is an important job and an important task, but it was every time. And half the time, the carts would not be that bad outside and could wait until we had the lines down. But whatever, you know, you're just gonna hate. Bless you, Lily. That was my little cat sneezing. Well, she's not that little anymore. And her father was up to my knee, and she's only almost 2 years old, which means she's still got about another year or two to finish fully growing. I pray to God she does not get as big as her dad. I don't want a cat that big. I really don't. And no, her dad was not a Maine Coon. I don't know what her dad was. I'm actually best friends with the owner of her parents, and she doesn't know what either of them are. I actually asked her once. She was like, "Yeah, I have no idea." And I asked her because I was hoping to, and I asked her because I was at the for a little while debating on breeding Lily because she's just such a pretty, unique color of orange. She's not your straight up orange. She's like this tannish cinnamony orange. I don't know. That's like the best way I can describe it, really. I don't even know how to describe it, honestly. Sorry, that's the fiance asking me what I'm doing. And yes, I am engaged. And we surprisingly do not have very many fights. It's weird. I think our biggest, I think the most common reason we fight is usually when I'm super tight on money and he decides he's gonna help me and I'm like, no. And then he's like, yes. I don't know. I don't know what it is. I just like if I don't ask for it, I feel bad about having somebody help me financially. I know, I'm weird. I'm very, very broken. Like I have zero issues with asking somebody to help me. But I've got every issue under the sun with somebody just offering to help me. Get too much wave from the braids that I had on through the night and today. So much wave. Oh my god. Ow. Man, I got some Wizard of Oz stuff stuck in my head, and no, it's not Somewhere Over the Rainbow. It's their little makeover ditty when they arrived at the Emerald City for the first time. I seriously don't know what's wrong with me? I always get songs stuck in my head like all the time, and no, playing it does not help me. My fiance tried that the other night when I had a song stuck in my head, and I'm like, no, if anything, that just makes me listen to it for hours on end without mercy. So, in case you're wondering, you don't want to be stuck in a room with me when I've got an earworm going on. Okay? Eh. I think I got lost somewhere, but that's okay. Doesn't need to be perfect because I'm not going on to the set of The Office because that show has been canceled. Well, not canceled, but finished for several years now. And, well, I wouldn't necessarily have anything against it coming back. I do have to agree with Steve Carell that if it does come back, Michael can't be part of it. It just would not work. Not in today's climate. Everyone is just too, oh my god, no, how could you say that? And if you're one of those people, I'm not sorry that I offended you. Why? Because that's life. I actually heard a little something. I can't remember if it was a TikTok video that my fiance found or where I heard it, but some chick was asking this guy, does it not bother you that your right to free speech could offend somebody? And he fired back with, well, I mean, that's kind of how it works. I mean, what if you're attacking my right to free speech offends me? She was kind of like, it's like, yeah. It's not as it's not as cut and dry as everyone tries to make it out to be. It really isn't. By saying I don't deserve to be able to say whatever I want to say because I might offend somebody, you're essentially taking a risk of saying what you're saying to possibly offend me. The difference is, do you know how to build a bridge and cross over it? I don't honestly give a shit what anyone says about me anymore. I really don't. I dealt with bullying pretty much all of middle school and a good chunk of elementary school. Thankfully, not high school. I never got the whole high school bullying clique bit that is in all the Disney movies, you know, like High School Musical and shit. I never really experienced that. My high school was pretty much you entered high school, and as long as you stay out of a senior's way, no one gives a shit. And even then, you get in the senior's way, Most of the time, they're just going to ignore you and keep on going with their lives. The other, and then the rest of the time, they're going to be like, oh shit, are you okay? No. I'm tired of these movies that say high school's the worst time of your life. Fuck that. Big Mouth on Netflix has it right. Netflix. Get it right. Middle school is going to be the worst time of your life. Fuck high school. High school, you keep your nose to the grindstone, you do your work, you get passing grades so you can go to a decent college, maybe get some scholarships along the way, do what you love, and even experiment a little. You know, if you find that you've got some extra credits to spare, take a course that you wouldn't have normally taken. Like, seriously, just experiment. Because at least in high school, you can do that experimenting for free. In college, you can still do it, but you gotta pay. That's like my only issue with the difference between college and high school is that college, in order to experiment with classes and courses you wouldn't have normally pictured yourself taking that could actually change the course of your life, you have to pay to do. But that doesn't mean don't do it. I mean, obviously, don't do what you can't afford. But still. Because, yeah, that's one of the things I absolutely came to love with college was that, as long as I was able to afford it, I could take these classes that I probably never would have looked at twice. And that was another thing that was absolutely awesome about community colleges. That's the time to do it because community college is going to be cheaper than university. So trying to do these courses at a university is going to cost you an arm and a leg. Doing it at a community college, maybe a finger. One finger. I can spare one finger. I mean, I don't want to, but I can. But yeah, middle school, you don't get a lot of those extra courses you wouldn't have normally seen yourself taking. So it's like, middle school is you get the basic courses, you get the basic extracurriculars like band, orchestra, choir, and your standard athletics courses. And maybe depending on the school you're at, you might also get some art course. You might also get some art extracurriculars and some other stuff, maybe. I mean, again, depends on the school you're at, because every school's on a different budget, which is sad, isn't it? Like, I could go to a school that offers middle schoolers an extracurricular in fucking metal shop. But the middle school in the town over can't even can barely afford all three basic music programs of band, orchestra, and choir. Like what? And in case I didn't let you in, yes, I'm 100% a music nerd. I was in band for 8 years, dreamt of becoming the next great composer like John Williams or Hans Zimmer. Love those guys. Absolutely amazing. Wow. Um, and then while my passion for music hasn't died, it's just as I went through that first year of college, I began to realize I don't think this is where I want to be in my life. Like I really don't know. Honestly, I don't. Okay, my dad is yelling random shit upstairs. But yeah, no, I honestly don't know what I want to do with my life right now. I'm just kind of at a point of I want to go back and experiment and try different things. See if I can find that one thing that makes me want to get out of bed every day. I say, let's do it, no matter how hard it gets. Because that's the thing with finding a career. Finding a career is so challenging, you don't even know. If Okay, well, you probably know. But if you are just getting into college or not even in college yet, you probably don't know what it's like to try and find your career. Well, I mean, you don't have to be in college. You could be out of high school. I mean, it's maddening. Well, hello there, Nikki Anderson. Glad to see somebody finally joined in. Nice to meet you. If you have anything you want to talk about, feel free to do so. That's what this stream is for. It's just talking about random stuff. No agenda. Woohoo! I also like that intro. Oh, nope, you left. Okay. Well, it was nice to have company while it lasted, even if it was very brief, but that's okay. I will take what I can get. Hopefully, someone else will join, and if not, maybe people will watch this later on and be interested in me and whatever random stuff I feel like saying at the time. And maybe they'll want to get in on this random chitter chatter. Chitter chatter reminded me of an episode of The Big Bang Theory when Penny and Sheldon started talking, and Penny made a comment about jibber jabber, and then Sheldon started going on one of his rants about phrases and other things like that. And Penny's like, "Oh my God, you're about to jibber jabber about jibber jabber." I don't know. I feel like if Sheldon were more sarcastic, his response to that would have been something similar to Mel Mel in The Babysitter 2, Killer Queen, when she started going on a monologue, and Phoebe's like, "Are you about to monologue me to death?" And Mel's like, Well, I was, but I guess I won't now. I feel like if Sheldon were more sarcastic, he would have responded in such a way to Penny when she was like, "Oh my God, you're about to jibber jabber about jibber jabber." Like, I don't know. I feel like that would have been funny. I mean, it sucks. Like, all of my favorite shows that were on cable are off the air now. You know, The Office and Big Bang Theory, they're all off the air. Where are they? They're gone. That's okay, though. Such is life. Okay, not all of my favorite shows are off the air now. I do also enjoy Bob's Burgers. Yes, very much love that show. I am Bob's Burgers over Family Guy any day. Not that I am personally against Family Guy. I just Bob's Burgers resonates more with me than Family Guy does. I mean, I'll watch Family Guy if it's on, but I don't go out of my way to watch it. God, I love the babysitter movies. I I know that the second one got a lot of mixed feedback, but to me, the second one was better than the first. Fucking love the second one. I think my thing for the second one was Bee's redemption arc. You know, she didn't get to be in a lot of that movie, but the little bit that she was, she redeemed herself, and it showed what made her get into the mess to begin with, as well as what made her decide, you know what, why am I doing this? Man, I cried when she sacrificed herself. Like, that was one of the hardest scenes for me to watch, was Bee drinking that tainted blood intentionally. I mean, she also knew it was her or them. You know, that, like she said, there is no draw with this devil shit. So she'd either have to kill them or end herself for them to live on. And for her, the choice wasn't all that difficult. Yeah, it's not easy to do your hair on your own when you're doing braids and other complex shit. Builds up some good bicep muscles, though. Another show I've enjoyed watching lately is Cobra Kai. Got into that this year, and I cannot wait for season 5 to come out. Not because I know who Silver is bringing in, because I have not watched the Karate Kid movies. Okay, no judgment. The only one I've seen is the new one with Jaden Smith in it. It's on my to do list because I do have Peacock. So I do have Peacock now, so I can now watch them because Peacock added them. So it's on my to do list, along with finding a source of income. But I get the feeling that watching Karate Kid on Peacock is going to be a lot easier than finding a new source of income. And yeah, I decided to do live videos because if anyone decided to watch, they could also inspire some of the conversations. And because I also don't know how to edit videos, and I feel like posting one that wasn't live, that was just as is. I don't know. That just feels weird to me. And now we're going to finish up this. I shed like a Chewbacca. Oh my god. Oop. Oh well. A little bit loose here. That's okay. I'm wearing this to bed, so I don't care if it's perfect or not. I used to have. Actually, I did, but I lost it. Actually, I think I dropped this broke. Oh, here's one. Oh, now that we got that done. Yeah. Actually, I know I know my stream said I was going to do makeup, but I changed my mind. It's too late for that crap. Because it is 7:45 and I am a 29-year-old who does not go out anymore. I honestly never really went out. Yeah, I know. I was a teenager who did not sneak out to go to parties and shit. Nope, because I was a responsible teenager. God. And yes, I do get a lot of comments about that. I don't know why I didn't bother with sneaking around and going to parties and shit. It just wasn't me. Probably because most mornings I had to be up super early for band stuff, anyways. And my sleep was very important to me. And still is. So yeah, it's almost been an hour and I've only had one person pop in that time, and that was for like maybe a minute. So I'm probably gonna call it good when I'm done with my nails. And we'll see what happens tomorrow. I do need to work on my lighting situation. I do know that. Like half my face is shadow. No more than half my face is shadow. It's like the dark side of the moon. Yeah, I don't expect to get anyone else on right now, so I'm about to call it good. Thank you, Nikki, for popping in for like the 2 seconds you did. I don't know you. I didn't get to know you because you left shortly after. This is being sincere, by the way. I'm not being sarcastic. I am very grateful that you actually popped in, that someone popped in. I actually did not expect that to happen at all on my very first live stream. But anyways, if anyone finds this video later on, please feel free to like and subscribe. Or don't like. I know that's kind of boring today. I'm sorry, I'm off my ball. But I will be doing another live stream tomorrow. Or, whenever the fuck you see this. I'll be doing another live stream on January 22nd of 2022. Yeah, that's a bot. I don't care about that. And yeah, that's it. I'll be doing another stream tomorrow on the 22nd of January in the year of 2022, so that if anyone finds this video like years and years later, they're not getting confused, because some people just don't quite have their heads on all the way, and some people are also just tired and don't realize that, the date this video was posted was long ago. And hopefully I will have a better lighting situation tomorrow, but I make no promises on that because I really can't make a promise on that. Anyways, thank you to anyone who popped in and watched. Nikki. Thank you to anyone who finds this video later on and watches. I appreciate it very much. And have a good one.